Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live, and once again I'm here with Chandra, and today we've got Anthony joining in on us with
Hello.
us, and we're going to talk about architectural design. He designs homes for Aran and Frankklin. So when you go to Aran and Frankklin, they're not just an inspection company; they're also we've gone over property as far as dividing it up for a subdivision or something. They do home designs, and that's what Anthony's involved with. Anthony, how much has home designs changed over the last 10 years?
Um, that I could say I worked on not too much since I just got into this.
Okay.
Obviously, it's not the same design that it was before. Um, Most people want a futuristic design nowadays. But I guess beach location wise, it's been the same.
Has it?
I don't really see any difference at this moment.
If you're going to give advice to someone that's going to come in and talk to you about a home design, what's the best thing they can bring you to help you design their home?
I guess an actual idea of like bedroom requirements and I guess bathrooms. Um, we want to at least have some sort of layout done first too. If we don't have an idea as to where we want to locate stuff, it makes the design process a little bit harder and I guess more slower.
How much does a lot dictate on how big a house can be? When people are looking at lots and they've got a lot that's 50 foot by 100 foot, and they want a 3,000 square foot house, there's not a lot you can do but go up. And then on something like that, it's probably going to be tough to do. Um, is it better to come in, you think, and talk to y'all and say, hey, we're wanting about a 2,500 square foot house, one story. What size lot should we be looking for, or what steps should they take?
So I think the main problem for people is not knowing your build lines on your lots. It doesn't matter how big your lot is if the build lines on that lot basically keep you to a certain standard. So if you have a 30 by 50 lot and there's 10-foot build lines on the sides, then that means your house can only be that certain amount of like width or depth.
Right.
So one of the main things that I would recommend people to do is get a site plan and review the actual build lines so we could see how big the actual uh, perimeter, I guess, layout of the house could be. That's one of the main.
Because some areas may have a 5 foot, 10
Yeah.
foot, 15 foot setback.
That's
And
right.
so if you've got a 50-foot lot or a 75-foot lot and you've got, say, 10 foot on each side, well, that's going to knock 20 foot off your home
That's
just
right.
in the width.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we gotta
and
look at that
basically-
total buildable footage, footage of that, footprint of that house. Like, what's the max size we can actually build? And then you'd mentioned something earlier about, well, what if we have to have a septic? Well, that even takes up more footage of
Right.
the lot. We have to have place for the drain field lines and for the tank to go, and then we've got to, we're putting piling around where we can have all that stuff. So
Right.
it's gets a little bit more complicated. So
On building on the coast, everything's got to be elevated, on the west end of Galveston, on Bolivar Peninsula, and then, some even on the mainland. And then once you get inland, when you get up to League City and Kemah, that a lot of it can have a slab underneath it. Does that change up on a home design much whenever you're doing something on pilings versus a slab?
Design wise, for me, I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
if I had a 3 bedroom, say 1,100 square foot house laid out for a lot where it had to be on pilings, does it change anything whenever you go to a slab if I wanted to build it inland, or is it mainly the outside walls and for support and that?
I guess the only difference is that we might be able to use brick for a slab house compared to an elevated house.
Right.
well, then there's garage too or parking.
Yeah,
So
and
like we're
garage-
lucky that under piling houses we can at least utilize that area for parking
Yeah.
and some storage. Whereas on a slab house, we would have to incorporate that into the design, and that
Right.
takes up more footage as well.
So your living space might be smaller if you wanted a garage, and most people want a 2-car garage. And so that's something to look at too whenever you're going in and building something. How can you build around the garage too? And then if you don't have to have a septic, you know, if you're hooking up to sewer, that alleviates, you know, a lot of square footage out back. Do any of the areas dictate on how big a house can be on a lot? I mean, could you theoretically fill up the whole build area with a house if you wanted to?
Unfortunately not. I believe it'll depend on HOA. Some
Okay.
locations have HOAs. Sometimes we just can't really build it because, like you said, we might have a septic in the way. For garage wise too, the city of Galveston only gives you a minimum of like 299 square feet for a garage to be.
Oh, do they?
So that's another requirement, just based on city, basically.
Yeah.
I know Texas City has like a little requirement that it can't be a certain dimension or I guess size because of the front lot and then the back lot. So
Right. If people want to come in and talk to you about, you know, a lot of people come down here and they buy a lot and they put an RV on it. But if they're wanting to build a house down the road or down the line a little bit, what's the best steps that they can do? Should they come talk to you about what size home they want before they actually purchase a lot or before they start looking so they know what they need to look for?
yeah, I guess we could, I guess, speak with the client. It's just hard to like get them into the building and actually discuss with them if they don't really have a project with us. Because I mean, we could give them advice, but at the end of the day, basing a location off a lot is a little difficult because, like you said, maybe they just want to do an RV and then a house on top.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that I would recommend the client to, I guess, investigate is where they want to locate it on their lot.
Okay.
Do they want to put it on the side? Do they want to place it in the middle? I would recommend them to basically just kind of see what design they want for the house dimension wise, and then
Before
we
they
could
buy a
actually-
lot.
Yeah, and then we could actually locate a lot for them.
Yeah.
That'd be a good idea.
We lost your sound. Are we gonna? Uh-oh. We may be without Chandra the rest of the. Can you hear us? Huh? Yeah, we lost your sound. So, well, Anthony, thanks for joining us today. You know, we've talked, always talking with Chandra and Aran and Frankklin, and they're really a full house for everything. Not only inspections, they have their strong home inspection program, but also home designs. And that's one thing that we wanted to touch on because of their capabilities as a business. You don't have to go to a designer and then another person to get inspections. They can take care of the whole process and have it all in-house. So down the road, if you want to do an add-on or if you need to replace a roof, they know what you have and then can come out and do your inspections for your insurance. So I think we lost Chandra. We'll catch her next time. Anthony, thanks for taking time out of your busy day today to talk to us about home designs. Remember, if you're thinking about building, get with your designer, get with Aran and Frankklin, and talk to them about what you're looking for, how big a house, and let them sort of give you some ideas on square footage of a lot you might need. So, well, we're going to head on out. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Hope Chandra gets back next week with some sound. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye.
Video equipment is sponsored by Crystal Beach Decor and More, located at 1959 Highway 87 in Crystal Beach, Texas, and Beachy Beatnik Boutique and Jewelry, located at 970 Surfside and Highway 87 in Crystal Beach, Texas. Thank you to these two businesses for being our 2025 video equipment sponsor for Bolivar Live.